As productive humans of society that pride ourselves on getting work done and crushing any goal that comes our way, we have a habit of trying to cram as much work as possible into our 24-hour days. Now subtract the 8 hours of sleep we should be getting to optimize our health and mental clarity, we are left with 16 hours to complete our work and hopefully squeeze out some time for leisure like fitness or personal hobbies that make us look forward to living life. So why are we always in a rush? Well, to put it in short, we're always in a rush because we've conditioned ourselves to work as hard as possible with no end goal in sight. Well, besides when we're ready to retire at 65, when nearly half our life is over and our prime is well past us. Nowadays, with information at the tips of our fingers and social media creatives literally shoving productivity down our throats, you'd think we would have figured out some sort of cheat code to live a worry-free, stress-free, productive life. That's not the case. The ease of information and the social media addiction we have as a society has brought to light a new culture known as hustle culture. Hustle culture can be understood as a fast-paced environment that feeds off long working hours and a restless sense of striving for some type of goal. While striving to be super ambitious and goal-driven is a great thing, the way we go about it isn't. We dedicate our entire lives to working a set amount of hours in a week that often cause us to miss out on the life that is happening right before our eyes. Also, burnout is a very real thing. Burnout is defined as a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet constant demands. So, how do we combat this? Well, as simple as it sounds, the most effective thing you can do is slow down. It all starts with perspective. Focus on the present moment. What I found is my morning sets the tone for my entire day. If I wake up, hit snooze on my alarm, and go back to bed, well, my entire day is basically shot. When I wake up again, I'll be rushing to, get the task done that I was supposed to get done probably an hour ago because at this point I've hit snooze 3 or 4 times. To avoid this, I make sure I wake up with some sort of purpose. And as cliche as this may sound, hear me out. If I visualize that my day is going to be a disaster and I have 1,000 tasks to do, and I have no idea how I'm going to get all these tasks done, well, my morning is basically already shot before it even started. But if I visualize myself getting up out of bed, making a coffee, taking a shower, and reading a few pages of my book, well, I've already subconsciously set the tone for my entire day. I've already subconsciously told my mind that tomorrow's going to be a slow-paced day and there will be no rushing involved. Now, don't confuse a slow-paced day with a lazy day. A lazy day is exactly what it sounds like. A lazy day. But a slow-paced day can and still always is a productive day in my eyes. When I'm thinking slower and I'm not in a rush to get 1,000 tasks done, I actually end up having a way more productive day while maintaining my sanity in the process. Now, thinking slower. What exactly do I mean by that? Well, thinking slower for me means knowing that life is a marathon and not a race. I started this YouTube channel about a month ago. After a long 7-month burnout I experienced from trying to grow as fast as possible on TikTok and go viral with every video I made. And while yes, it did work, it wasn't sustainable. I went from posting every day for 3.5 months to not posting at all for almost 8 months. I burnt myself out. Now that I've recovered from the burnout, I'm very careful to pace myself. I know that wanting something too fast can have major consequences on not only my mental health, but my physical well-being as well. The way I'm being careful and strategically avoiding burnout is by setting myself a schedule and in the process making sure to work in things like exercise and reading and things that I enjoy like skateboarding to make sure that I'm also living life and I'm not too focused on the end result of anything I'm doing. So how do you think slower? Well, first off, start thinking in the present moment. This is something I learned from Eckhart Tolle in his book, The Power of Now. I will link a video of me discussing that book in this video and also in the description. So if you want to learn more about that book, check that video out. That book has literally changed my perspective on life entirely. And that's probably under exaggerating it, to be honest, because that book it's incredible. You should definitely read it. But besides thinking in the present moment, which is huge, I also make it a priority to only prioritize the tasks in any given day that I know are going to benefit me in 3 to 5 years. I'm constantly asking myself, is what I'm doing right now going to benefit me in 3 to 5 year terms, or am I doing it to feel better about myself at this very moment? If it's going to benefit me in long term, then cool, let's do it. But if it's not, then why am I doing it? And don't get me wrong, there are several tasks that will benefit me in 3-year terms that I don't enjoy doing, but I make them a priority and I make sure I get those done first before even focusing on any minute or, what we like to call busy work. Thinking slower is more of a mindset to set yourself up in the long term to know that you can still get work done while taking breaks. It's okay, to go take lunch. It's okay to take a break for a week, for a month, and it doesn't mean you're gonna regress. It just means that you're pacing yourself out now for longevity in the long term. It's all about pacing yourself for the long term. And for me personally, this includes prioritizing my body, making sure I work out a minimum of 3 times per week, and just prioritizing the little things like eating. A lot of the times when I'm working, when I'm in the zone, I feel like I have to continue. I have to just keep going and I don't have time to stop. When in reality, I can take a break for 20-30 minutes to go eat because I'm gonna perform better now. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna come back and now I'm gonna be able to last another 2, 3, 4 hours and even be more productive during that period of time. By thinking slower, you are in fact thinking more strategically about your daily decisions, which unlock your ultimate potential to not only conquer your days, but your entire life. To finish things off, I'm gonna leave you with 5 tips to feel less rushed throughout your days as a human on this lovely place we call Earth. Number 1 is own your mornings. Your mornings set the tone for your entire day. So replace that dopamine rush you normally get from checking your phone and browsing through social media with a 30-minute workout or reading a book. Number 2 is make a to-do list, but only prioritize the things that will not only benefit you today, but also benefit you in the long term. Number 3 is prioritize your health. Take care of yourself. Because remember, nothing gets done if you're not healthy. Number 4 is visualize. By visualizing your goals, you'll subconsciously set yourself up in a way where you're prioritizing your daily decisions to benefit you greatly in the long term. And number 5 is just make a conscious effort to think slower. Breathe. And pace yourself. By breathing, pacing yourself, and focusing on the present moment, you will set yourself up to have a more productive day that involves no rushing. My name is Dimitri, aka Tricked. And I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, as always, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment. But as always, most importantly, have a blessed day and stay up. Peace.